Geye mose geye bodaija, se geye bodaija, mose geye monwandei. Bolata o, Eliyo, Shizala o, Feliju o, Latina we. Yeah, do a blouse say, my yeah do a blouse say. Then I do a blouse say yo, my yeah do a blouse say. C'est le kiné boy blanc. Yeti monsa le kiné boy. Ege yeti monsa le kiné boy. C'est le kiné boy. Le ki ba masa ge sioga. Simona o. Antoine o. Iveta o. Francelio o. Pelagiwe. Ye tu abla o sei. Ma ye tu abla o sei. Nena tu abla o sei yo. Aje tu abla o sei. There's a one de janu. There's a one that ye de malanu. There's a janu. There's a one oh. There's a janu. Yolande is the one oh. There's a janu. Dafina the one oh. Chanta mi no ba oh. Oh bate. Oui honoré. Technicien. L'équipe a dessus le pipe. Yeah, I am so blessed with the blessing of the Lord. This is what I'm shining today. I am moving, I'm feeling in the Lord. It's good to serve the Lord. It's good to praise His name, because praises will give you blessing.
When you praise God, He will bless your life in return. I have the blessing of God in my possession. I have the healing of God in my possession. I can boast, I can shout, hallelujah.
Junior, the marvelous producer.
Dedicate the song to the president. In remembrance of the late President Samuel Kayado. I know. You're right. Stop. It was simple. I don't know what I do. I don't know what I do. I don't know what I do.
I don't have a copyright to this music that I'm playing here tonight. Let me recognize Thomas Gray. Welcome, my friend and brother Thomas Gray. Abraham, Duna, thank you for tuning in. welcome.
Oh, that's a bullet. Oh, my word, don't ever my come on, I'm gonna go. Honorable, shut you. Come on, that's what I'm Mama, my oh, I'm a play my time. Anyway, Mama says you ever know. Mama, I'm going to come again. Come on, go back to it. But we are looked out. But run your way. But run your feet. It doesn't it. But the one you saw. All I see was young. When I'm going to feel when I didn't know. Hey. Why you are this? I don't talk about love when I want to go. Why you give up on the city of Monday? I want you as I just know.
It will be very, very good if you were to tell us where you are tuning in from. Our location is very much important.
When you are still well, hello. One out to be over my own. I don't have Friday over my own. I got you. But when you are the last one, my own. Yeah, right now. And I'm number.
Buffy, thank you for tuning in.
Mama, Jack, where was my own? When I'm work, why you crying, blow? That's a war. Mama, you're Tinabo. Can you just go?
Do what Zuma? Thank you for tuning in, my friend and brother.
And I'm a daddy. Why I mean this out? Wait out. Mama, did it with my own. Oh, I know my widow. Why she don't cook? I draw. Mama, my
Junior, the marvelous producer.
Yes, understand. I'm J-Bone Jello African Suya. Dabapola. Fanga you find you got one way. Fanga you find you got that way. Oh, 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 Dadapola,
Ayo Dabi,
Dadapola,
Ayo Dabi,
Papa, you got that way.
Ayo Dabi,
Fanga, you got one way.
Ayo Dabi, Ayo Dabi,
Mama, come out, get outside.
Ayo Dabi,
Sayapola,
Ayo Dabi,
my Jesus, Papa, get up on the play.
Ayo Dabi,
My Jesus, Papa, get up on the play.
Ayo Dabi,
My Jesus, Papa, get up on the play.
Ayo Dabi,
Dadapola,
Ayo Dabi,
oh,
Ayo Dabi, Ayo Dabi.
In 2022, September 27, 2022, the government of Saudi Arabia transferred a amount of 2.5 million to us as Ministry of Foreign Affairs, 500,000 for full ill, $2 million for the restoration of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. In 2022, September 27, when we keep on the General Assembly, the minister and the deputy minister, Madam Tiamo Dongi Sayo, had that information for us. When our ambassador have communicated with us, our ambassador from Africa have communicated with us, we were at the General Assembly, that the people with our account, and they are waiting the foreign ministry, the foreign ministry are transferring that account, but we keep a senior management meeting. Kimia hid that information for us until someone raised that issue in senior management meeting. When you hear the formula and Kimia got that polling, or Maxwell and Kimia got that polling, it was an issue that we have with Kimia. When we got that money was for foreign ministry, for the users of foreign ministry, 500,000 for full air, and 2 million for the real restorations of the foreign ministry. When we raised that issue, Kimia said that money was transferred to escrow account, and he never informed all about either of us as senior management until we raised the issue in senior management meeting. That he and Summit West transferred that money in escrow account. Today, we did not lay out on that money. Today, the money that renovated our foreign ministry, the Moroccan government gave us 1.5 million for the renovation, also for the foreign ministry. Is the money they took, the use of the foreign ministry, the battles. In fact, the contractor company that were used. It was a contractor company of Tiamo Dongi as a trial. Who is the deputy minister of administration, her own contractor company was the one that renovated the foreign ministry. And when we raised the issue of conflict of interest, we were a local here. Look, let me just tell you, any government that want to succeed, you cannot run the government on friendship. You will not succeed. We raise the issue, I respect President. We are, I owe that to him, but he allowed a lot of things to happen to then allow our government out of the power, all the power. We raised the issue, we were cabinet meetings. The last cabinet meeting was in Qatar. And the issue was raised, but he said, let's be back on and let's hold together, let's turn a new page. But yet, those ministers in the ministry was the head of entity. They're not related to the dividends, they're not related to the assistant minister or the telegraph. The government of Saudi Arabia sent that amount of ready 29,000 bed of eggs. It was for the National Disaster Management Committee. We had a ceremony in the conference house of the foreign ministry. During the 10-hour ceremony, they went at the warehouse to tell the world, if you see the rice, the rice was in a green and white bear. There is no rice that came with green and white. The sample of rice, the bear on the rice is different from any other rice bear in Liberia. The 2 green stripes on there with the white bear with the 2 green stripes. So it was an extraordinary rice to help disaster people who have disaster victims. Now, unfortunately, we didn't manage the rice. The minister said I communicated the money. What happened? What happened? He must account for that. I can say no, the minister did not steal the rice or he stole the rice. He did accelerate himself. People stop and say it is wisdom. Because if the rice did not reach those concerned people, then it become a problem. So people in the disabled community, the disasters community, can they receive the rice? If it is no, then the account where the rice went. So I don't want people to say it's wisdom. The $2 million that were brought, I challenge Kimia and still were never used, and today they can also recovery committee also include that in the indictment again because they are getting the communications. They want to know how the $2 million were used, how the 500,000 were used for the rest of the foreign ministry. Because it was for foreign ministry, you will get a cut. And we have the departments that are responsible to go in, the Department of Agriculture and Immigration Affairs. They will come and say, why the rest went, why the money, why it went. So there's something that happening on the criminal wise. So for sure, take the criminal issue and wish on. That's because we hate Kimia. Kimia committed a lot of act in the foreign ministry that was not helping our diplomatic persons.
Please stay to where you are. You don't have to move. Stay there. Let people stay there. Just stay to where you are.
So folks, this is Spoon TV and I'm Sylvester Chirople. His Excellency President Waka is now interacting with Muslim leaders who have just returned to the country for pilgrimage here at the ministerial complex in Congo Town, Monrovia, Liberia.
Please stay to where you are.
President said he's committed to religious tolerance. So we as Muslim, Liberia is a secular state. We as Muslim, and Christians, we're one family. We're united by Liberia, and regardless of your faith, your ethnic group, we're all one people. So this president is setting, he's a trendsetter. He's setting records everywhere. Look at what's happening now.
The general said, look, salary was delayed because of many different reasons. Revenue is not in the government account. But when we politicize all these things to move one party from power, the party that left from power will politicize the same thing. We are fighting over road. This government, our government, secure all financing of all road networks in the country, major road networks. I signed on the president. We are a 10-year electricity financing. 10 years for the World Bank. So that means, forget about President Braga. The financing for the president who will be elected 2029, I signed it. It's a 10-year financing. I signed it. I've been showing the president we are. So that guaranteed 10 years of financing. So 6 years, 10 minus 6 are how many years? So the next president will enjoy 4 years. So don't worry about this rescue. The next president will take President we are. If President we are will take himself.
Let me welcome all you got to the Manefson Abraka Talk. Here we discuss the truth, nothing else the truth. Let me be able to bring out my colleagues then on the platform. Josh, how you doing?
Look, AB, thank you very much for having me. I'm doing fantastic, man. It's Sunday afternoon here, and it is great to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay. My friend and brother Robert, how you doing?
I'm okay. Thank you so much. It's Sunday morning, 1:20 a.m. in Monrovia.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
So let us jump into it. Josh, let us have your opening statement of your opening remark, and then from there, then we'll come to Robert. Then we can go into the discussions.
Oh, thank you, AB. Look, what is on my mind this morning here is the circular from the Public Work Ministry that talks about trucks not plying the major roads, and namely the named roads in the southeast and the roads they don't want any trucks on them. And my concern is that if the president said no car was going to get stopped, he didn't mention that no truck was allowed on these roads. So what is it now that we are banning trucks? So the thing is that I always think people should think in strategic ways, right? So you are telling us now that no food will now come from Monrovia, no supplies, no gasoline, nothing will come from Monrovia now by road and go to the southeast. For the people that is hardship on the people already. If you're going to say no, no more supplies will go to them, then of course you are creating suffering for them. And I don't think that's what this regime was established for. So it's ridiculous the plans that they are put in place. I understand even here in Australia, we build roads and we say, look, before trucks plow that road, they will pay certain levy. They pay some money, for plowing the roads. But to say they are not allowed to plow them for certain period of time, I think it should have been said from the beginning so that they will use the dry season to stock all their food like the ants can do. Pack all the food for during the dry season, and then wet season they sit down home, they just enjoy the food and they sell the things. So I think it's a bad idea, even though it's a good initiative to save the roads, but it also did not look at the strategic, plans, for the people. So yeah, that's what on my mind. So much more on my mind, but as we go along, we'll try to upload them. Thank you.
Okay. Robert?
Yes. Thank you so very much, David. I have always appreciated the fact that you have given us a space for us to speak to our people. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is on my mind has to do with the fact that um, former Minister Samuel D.
Mm-hmm.
made mention of former President Weah government financing or making available 10 years agreement. Till now, I haven't heard from the government. Maybe Monday, I don't know yet. I haven't heard from the government in telling us what former Minister Twes said was true or it was a lie.
Mm-hmm.
The next one has to do with the fact that what George just spoke about. Uh, Minister Giddens from Public Works actually exposed his limitation. I support President Boakai, but the circular from Public Works Ministry, it doesn't make sense to me. It sounds so ridiculous and it sounds stupid to me. All right, sorry for the word. But if for any reason those trucks shouldn't plow those roads, there
Mm-hmm.
should be mechanism put in place. In my mind, places I have traveled around the world, you have toll. Even right in Abidjan, you have toll. So why can't you install toll right like to Ganta, EAW junction to Buchanan? Why can't you install toll and make it sure that because those trucks will definitely use the route, and we need to start generating revenue from the roads, but you cannot ban the trucks from using those roads because people in Maryland, people in Grand Crew, and the rest of it. So how do you expect them to actually feed the family? How do you expect them to actually transport goods from Monrovia? So his statement doesn't make sense. It's stupid. Thank you.
All right. Okay. You know, for me, what is on my mind, it is have to do with Minister Samuel Dito. Although I am one of the persons who admire him so much because the brother know how to persuade someone. He have that persuasive tone. But there was something that this brother said that National Election Commissions, that he was able to get an extra $4 million as they were requested for. So that means that 4 million extra. I'm quoting Minister Samuel Twan. And then he's saying that the people should now hold him liable for uh, 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 financial malpractices. Then he's saying that the people should now be able to hold him for financials, uh, some kind of thing. I mean, it just. I mean, I just at this point, I strongly believe that whatsoever charges that is against it, let him be able to go to court and to be able to exonerate himself. And so that is what I saw on my mind. But let me be able to bring you guys on our first talking points
Honorable Minister. Yes, sir, Senator. Again, I'm Zoe Manapenu, Senior Senator of Grand Village County, Republic of Liberia. I've come to see you and your able lieutenants, all of your delegates. Honorable Minister, I can remember July 16, 2024, when I took the airway to tell the Liberian people the first time in history in July for the people of Grand Village County to fly on the road from Grand Village to Monrovia to take us 7 hours. And this year again, this July, we exact 1 year from 2023 back. But people suffer. The people of Grand Village County, they suffer from Grand Village to Monrovia, more especially between Tabata and Toaston. Honorable Minister, the method that you use that today the legislators from Grand Village on the road we just wait to one another. No more your constituents will insult you on the road to say you are not doing nothing for us. So if senior senator of the county, if I don't come to you to appreciate my brother, I don't be doing well for my people. So I took it upon myself to come. I just came on the schedule on the 1st of July. First time in history, from 2024 July to present, that the highway state pliable. We should also commend you and your staff, most especially the Deputy Minister for Technical Services, including yourself, Honorable Minister. If you guys are here to joke today, our people still will be insulting us in the mud. We in July, it's unbelievable. When one of my cousins called me, he was coming for the funeral, he said, look, I want to be in Israel on Friday for the reburial of the late President Samuel Doe. I said, when will you be around? He said, Thursday evening. I said, yes, you'll meet a funeral home and you'll be at the graveside. He said, how? I assured my cousin that the road is pebble. And the guy landed in the morning hour, in the evening hour by around 9 p.m. By 3 a.m., 4 a.m., Friday morning he was in Israel. That alone showed to the public, to the entire world, that this government is not a joke. I stayed in the government for the past, in Liberia government for the past 19 years. But within that 19 years, in 2 years, that's when I enjoyed the road from Grand Jude to Monrovia. That's why we never voted this government, but to tell the Liberian people that look, we came to build this country. We are not here for politics. If you vote for us, you not vote for us. Us is on Grand Jude Highway and Southeastern for that matter. But I'm a senator of Grand Jude, so I speak for the people of Grand Jude County. So on behalf of my people of Grand Jude County, the great people of Grand Jude County have come to appreciate you. Please don't listen to politics.
If you were to listen to Emmanuel Zopeno, he is the current senior senator of Rangide. What do you make of his statement? But he coming to appreciate Minister Giddens. Let me take you, Robert, and then further, then we'll go to George.
The first thing is Zoe trying to buy time. We're trying to actually have a means of getting back to Granjide. Zoe actually lost relevance in Granjide. So the issue is there's nothing about junior and senior senator. All of the senators now they goes for 9 years. The junior and senior senator issue was where you had junior senator for 6 years, and you had senior senator for 9 years. And he's just a funny guy who doesn't even know the difference between who is a junior senator, who is a senior senator. That is no more relevant in our political space. The next one has to do with I'm yet to understand why he even called the Minister of Public Works. because what the interaction, I saw that interaction was so good. You actually play, but I'm yet to understand because just the other day he talked about the road, those roads. To God be the glory. We are aware that the road actually pliable. So is it like he had a means of maybe just to interact with the Minister of Public Works and maybe make it visible, and for the people of Grange there to say, oh, the senator is speaking, or he just maybe has some money and he wanted to give the media also. I'm yet to understand the conversation that was held between he and the Minister of Public Works. All right. I said to you earlier on that Zoe trying to gain relevance to be able to get back to the county because he doesn't go to Grange there without going with security forces because too many allegations against him in no time. So I'm sure he used that medium to be able to buy time. But Zoe interaction doesn't make sense to me. And I don't know why even have such an interaction.
Thank you.
Yeah, because it is the same. 1 minute is the same Minister of Public Works who said rules that are in those localities, trucks shouldn't use those roads. But he's the same senator who also interacting with Minister of Public Works and actually praising him. So I'm here to understand that. Thank you, baby.
Thank you. Let me understand from you, George. Since you have the engineering experience, let me hear from you.
Look, like I said, heavy vehicles on every road can damage it, right? Or can affect it negatively, especially the way our people load their trucks on the roads, right? It is a negative effect on the road. Even on Kota Road, the one they call Kota asphalt, um, the heavy vehicle can destroy it faster than the light vehicles. That is a clear evidence. It's clear evidence based. It's not just somebody saying it. However, my point here is that these things before they happen, they should be said ahead of time. Time, I mean, sorry. Here in Australia, when we are coming to face the road in your area, 2 weeks we put signs up that on October 20th days, the particular road will be fixed so that people can prepare themselves. So that they can prepare themselves for that time. You can't abruptly just go and fix it, go there, even though you are fixing the people road, but you inconvenience it. It's not okay. I think it's wrong of the government of for what they've done. And again, my point is that when it comes to what Zoe Penal is doing, look, Liberian politics is very funny. People always want to get relevance. People, the same Emmanuel Penal used to be flying with George we are going all around when George be our president. That's the same thing he's doing again. These people, they will always find favor just to do something, just to find favor with every government that come in power so that they can still have the same access and same opportunities and same money and everything. So it's just what it is. This guy is milking this government by praising them, and I think he's doing it in a very good way because he's making a point for them, and they are helping to finance him as well. That's why you see when the president going somewhere, Manapeno can be behind the president because he cannot say anything otherwise. I think it's cowardice what he's doing. It's not in the interest of his people, but he's doing it for his own, interest. So it's very sad, and people need to speak out against these things because if we don't do it, people will think that these things are normal, and they are not normal. This truck should be able to plow the roads until a specified time is given, maybe 6 months to the time that the thing will happen. We already knew what rainy season is and when rainy season was coming. The ministry should have told people from the beginning, say, look, at this time of the year, we will not allow trucks to plow these roads because if you plow any small cars will get hitched because the big cars will destroy the road because they're not quota road and mud road. And when rain get on ground, it makes mud, and when you step on it, the mud will come out. So we cannot allow it. It was going to be simple, clear, but they can't just come at the edge Then it just gives short, very, very short time and making the people to be stranded. I think it's very sad.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I strongly believe that there was no need for Zoe Emmanuel Peno for him to be able to go to the public work minister. There was no need.
Yeah, no need at
There
all.
were absolutely no need because that's the public work responsibility for him
Exactly.
to be able to give you people good conducive rule. That's his responsibility. So when someone is performing their duty, and then you're going to go call prayer and be able to tell the person, thank you for doing this. I don't know why he did that, but I strongly believe that that was not coming from a good place. Let me search the discussions to this clip.
Now, what's Senator getting mad? I think what's Senator getting mad? Asado on this call. Kev Hassan was on the line. Akaris Gray was on the line. I don't think Akaris Gray was there. I think maybe he was or he wasn't. He can tell us. That Richardson called me. Three-way conference call. And they added Samuel 12. And I said, I'm not talking to Samuel 12. Samuel 12 came on the call. And I said, but why you guys added Samuel 12? They said, well, man, you got to fix this. I said, I'm not talking to Samuel 12. They asked, oh yeah, I hang up. I will give you from one point to another while this brother was trying to track me for me to talk to him. He was in the chat room. Let's check up Jada. The man went in the chat room boxing 2.0 or 4.0. The man said, I apologize. I said, no. I asked, I said, apologize for what? We will get to this story. And Samuel 12 fell within himself that I'm still attacking him. No, I am attacking what you did to our country, Liberia. I am saying as finance minister, you destroyed our country. I leave you and CDC alone. Whether Joel let you, he let you, that's your business. I would give you this story. Most recently, tell me before you come in. Samuel 12 went to a female, a lady, maybe last week. I'm not going to call her name. He knows. Or what can we offer Stanton to talk to us about what this information he have? She watching the show. Guys, let me tell you something. I can be anything, man. But when it comes to show and entertainment, God just gave me that gift. Then let her call me. She said, oh, these people get money. I mean, Samuel 12 and other people, I'm not going to call their name. If they push me, I will call their name. Samuel 12, get money he want to offer you. For me, seriously. I said, what? How much you asking for? It's like they're trying to set me up. So then I told her, I said, listen to me. Ask Samuel 12 when you offer the first $50,000. When the first group of people were here, I told them I don't want it. Do you think that money I want now? I said, please, man, you and my Samuel 12 team, no. Oh, these people get money out there. I said, no, mama. I'm going to cut my phone off. I don't want to get in that conversation. All the thing came thereafter. And I would tell the country, who all were in that meeting that day, I can tell the country. Samuel 12 want to go there, I can put it for the entire CDC meeting that we were having. If you want to go there, I can put it out. I'm not going to call people names. But the fact remains is that Samuel 12, no, he destroyed our country. And if President Bouaga failed to go after him, we will hold President Bouaga responsible. Tama, he destroyed our country. He moved, he took money. Why Samuel 12 broke today? Because the American government closed its account. They freeze everything. We know that. You know what Samuel 12 was asking for money? I'm gonna call the person name. I don't think you should even wake up one morning and talk about Samuel 12 and CDC coming back. Because if Joel come back to power, that Samuel 12 will be your finance minister again. It means that you approve everything he did. Maybe Joel making to be Ben governor. Then you get the man the key for hey. You get someone to the key for the vault. Hey, my people. You think we're stupid? CDC come by 2029. The whole Liberia will be burning. The wickedness will increase. I'm talking to you, my fellow Liberian. You think it's hard right now? With 1 year, 6 months? President Barker we have given him the mandate to fix it. He must fix it. But even if he doesn't, there will be no comeback for CDC. Cannot cut wasteful spending.
Let me hold Stanton there. Let me be able to bring my friend and brother Josh in for him to be able to wait his thought on this statement. What do you make of this?
Oh, look, Stanton. Look, I don't agree with Stanton on this one. And he's a brother and friend, but I don't agree with him. I think Stanton knowing that this government is doing nothing to face the economic hardship in this country. They're trying to create some diversion or distraction for the Liberian people that will be focusing, the assignment to it. There's the same assignment that have been in the country for almost 2 years now. Since they said they were going to go for him with Interpol to go arrest him in Ivory Coast to bring him back to Liberia. Someone to say, you relax, I will come myself. He came in the country. He been in the country now almost 2 years now. You cannot settle the case that you said you have all the evidence. You have all the evidence to prosecute him. He go to court, they will send him back home. Say, go, we're not ready yet. We're doing, no, way again. Then I want to come. No, the propaganda, it worked when Bouaka had not been a president, when Bouaka was, when nobody knew what Bouaka could do, and they thought he could do better than George Weah. Now the people are crying in the streets. Instead of they going and making sure that people that they said, NGO that they said were going to bring back, I listened to Bouaka's contract about I will bring NGOs back. It didn't make sense to me. And even though we told people that this man was lying, they still believe him because they thought the NGOs now they come in Liberia. You can see NGO in Monrovia. These lies are the same lies because they know that this thing is not working. They are trying to focus on other people to wish on them so that people can feel that they are doing well.
Samuel Toa came back, he has been in the country for 1 year, almost 1 year now. It's now 2 years.
Almost 2 years because he's been there more than 1 year. Do you know when he came? Samuel Toa came in 2024. I think it was around.
We are in 2025.
Yeah, we're in 2025. Yeah, that was it's almost because okay, yeah, definitely almost 1 year going to 2 years. Let's say 1 year.
Okay.
So because yeah, we are in July now.
Yeah.
So even if he came, yeah. So even if go ahead.
You go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, if he had been in the country, let's say he was in the country since maybe May or June or maybe February or anything of last year, he must have already been there for more than a year or coming to a year. Let's say a year. Who waits for all these things when you say you are going for the person overseas to go arrest and to bring them to jail? Why should you wait when the person come in the country in almost a year now? You cannot arrest the person. You cannot put the person in jail. You cannot even go through the case because you say you're looking for evidence. What kind of evidence you didn't have at the time? The evidence that you had that you say you want to go overseas to go look for the man to go arrest him. The man can't. Then you say you postponing the case. All the things stand on saying they are just propaganda.
Yeah, but
because he's. The propaganda is that he doesn't want CDC to come back to power because he knows that when CDC come back to power, most of the things he has done, they'll be exposed. That's all Stanton is doing that for. Because Stanton lied to the Liberian people that Bouaka was heaven. Bouaka was going to bring everything that Liberia had never had. Now he realized that when they put his own microphone, that's why he's keeping a microphone on the capital bypass. He came in to realize or they call it, say, what else anymore? He hid the microphone because when he carried that, you saw what the people can say. I saw a woman on live screen saying when George Weah used to be president, when he used to go overseas, when he come at least he was going to bring something. When Bouaka go, he can bring poverty. He can multiply the poverty to us. People saying these things in the market, and these people cannot say anything to it. So they're going to create all type of distraction for our people and talk about it going after Samuel Toa. What did Samuel Toa do?
so do you agree with Samuel Todd by him saying that in going for Stanton, and he will be able to consult his lawyers for him to be able to go to Stanton's and for them to be able to sue Stanton? Do you agree with that?
Look, here's the thing. Every Liberian or everyone in Liberia has a right to sue and be sued. Hmm? There is an undeniable right that you can sue anybody if you feel offended by the person's action. Now, Senator is not a government official. He's not bound by that. Abdullah, Abdullah, how they call it? It's a
Law.
law. Yeah, it's not binding on him again. He can sue Stanton, and they will go to court. I agree that he should. If he feels that that what because I think that's Stanton is creating this storm at the expense of somebody's character, some at the father. The way he's saying those things about Cemetery is like Cemetery is an evil person. It's like Cemetery is not even worth the living. You know that some people even want to see Cemetery in the street and want to stone him because of what Stanton is saying. That is possible. He created hate for the man. You see what he's saying on the tape? And what if those things you are saying they are all false, and you think it's okay for him to do it to another citizen at the expense to make his show to boom?
But don't
No,
you,
it's
don't you
wrong.
think it lies within the preface of the Liberian population for them to be able to decide? Don't you
No,
think so?
Liberian people for the fact we know that Liberian people don't decide. Liberians are
Oh,
always never decide. They always follow the person who got the loudest mouth. That's what Liberian people are always done. Liberian people will always follow the loudest person in the crowd. And that is the wrong thing that people do all the time. They will always follow somebody who can talk loud. The Stanton, he got a loud mouth. So he will just say everything he wants to say, and then people will follow it. They will not even try to think about what he's saying. They will just follow and say, yes, submit to that rule. And which of all is bad. And so similar to it now, you will not say, oh, when somebody come and slap me, I will say, any person slap me in the public, so I will not do anything. The public saw what he did to me, so I will leave to go free. No, I will sue the person, and those same people that were there when he slapped me, they will come and say, yes, he slapped George. And then the law will take its course. So I agree with Senator. If Senator feels offended, he should go to court and let Senator face the court. I agree.
okay. All right. Let me out to take our friend and brother. Robert, what do you have to say about this? Do you think that Samuel Toy was saying the right thing to Stanton who have the louder mouth? And do you think what Stanton said it is right for him to be able to say that? Go ahead.
Are you hearing me, AB?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get it.
We can hear you.
Hello, are you hearing me?
Yeah,
We
We're
can
yeah,
hear
having
you.
heavy
Go ahead.
downpour of rain or river anyway.
yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah. So the
So
thing
you're in
is,
Monrovia?
the thing is, yes, I'm in Monrovia. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The
Good.
thing is, start Saturn, Saturn. This the issue of former Minister Twe. The entire issue is in court. So I think Saturn should shut up for now and allow um, the legal process to go on. Okay, he always have something on people, but his media institution will not report on. I understand he actually using Ango Chin for every time he said and stuff like that. You always have issues on people. By the time he appear in court, the media institution will never bring it. What how far he could proceed is ongoing. The media institution will never bring those stories for us. Right now, former Minister Two are being indicted by the government of Liberia. So I won't speak to the issue of former Minister Twe because he is before court. So until he's found guilty or exonerated, I cannot. In my mind, I think that's why it is. So regarding what Stanton is saying, why he's not saying, he's the only person that refused 50,000. I'm yet to see the person who will want to refuse 50,000 US dollar in this time and age. Thank you. Even EB can refuse that money right now. 50K, not Liberian dollars, so it's the US dollars. Thank you, AB.
When
That
you're
code
ready,
flower again.
when you're ready to do your thing, don't put my names up.
Georgie, even the engineer, Georgie
Yeah.
can reveal that money.
You'll be high. You'll be
I feel,
high. You'll be high.
50,000. I beg you, yeah.
50,000.
But
Okay,
sometimes it's the only man.
staff.
Sometimes the only man that refuse 50,000. So
Mhm.
Yeah, but it doesn't have integrated. You're not getting integrated. You don't want to say 50,000.
yeah.
And I don't know.
They
But
met, they met John Costa on our list.
let
Yeah,
us
you
be able
don't
to go
close
to
out.
LACC. LACC. We wake up this morning. We wake up with a huge um,
List.
list of individuals who have been banned. But my question is that if LACC has that right for them to be able to ban a Liberian citizen who have a traveling emergency or who have to go on a traveling trips or who have to go on a occasions. It's LACC. I was thinking that it was the court that has the right for them, like Samuel Toy. Samuel Toy cannot be able to leave the country right now because his passport has been seized. So without that, I am confused. So let us be able to bring Josh because I saw Josh, making a brilliant comment on these issues. So, bro, Josh,
Thank you. Look, like I said today in the chat room, there was a heated argument. I'm sure you're in the chat room there. And prior to the spoon talk coming up, I read the Constitution. I read the act that creates the LACC, and I established that there was no way the letter that was written to ban people from leaving Liberia was in any good faith. It did not have any ground. These guys, like the Baka government, they make knee-jerk decisions only because I told you from the beginning that these people want to distract people. They are always, bent on distracting the people from the real issue. The suffering are in the country. They are distracting the people, so they want to create headlines every time. Like they're stopping people from leaving the country now. They put out decoration. Then they put out hungry. They'll start talking about it and they'll forget about the hunger. I think that's the strategy. That's what they're using. Because it did not make any sense whatsoever for any Liberian citizen. Look, let me tell you, as a Liberian citizen, you got a right of movement. The only way that movement can be curtailed or can be stopped is by a court order. And especially to leave the country, you have the right to leave the country. Any immigration officers or whoever they call it, say LRS, Liberian Immigration Service, they got no right to stop you. They only control the safeguard to stamp you when you're coming in and to stamp you when you're going off, and you pay the fees and they make sure that by stamping you in the record, it shows that you left the country. So when anything happening in the country, they say, oh no, the person was not here during the time he left the country. He went on Oscar on this day. This is our record. Immigration is what they control people movement across borders. That's what they do. They don't stop you from leaving except the court ruling is sent to them and they have a file and they say no, this person the court, because the person of they are indebted to the court or they are in some settlement with the court, they cannot leave the country, and only the court can make that order. So the guys wrote this letter and I read the letter. I said this doesn't make any sense, and people were arguing with me and saying that, oh, the people they're getting prosecutorial power, and I told them prosecutorial power simply means you can take somebody to court and you can stand there and say, Your Honor, this person did this thing, and because they did this thing, they are guilty of this thing, and then only the court can make the judgment. So there are two powers here: the judicial powers and the prosecutorial powers. Before, they never had the prosecutorial power. So what they could do is that LSC could only investigate prior to George Weah coming to power. Honor Ellen, LSCC could only investigate the crime and then take it to Justice Ministry and say, Justice Minister, or they take it to the president. President look at it and send it to Justice Ministry and say, you're prosecuting the person. But now Judge Weah said, no, it would delay. So what we do, we establish a court. And guess what? That code is not a LACC code, but it's just a fast track. It's not a LACC that the judge will be LACC person. No, the judge must be a judge under the judiciary system. And that judge will sit in our court, and the only reason they will do it because they want to fast track all the cases. They will not carry people who stole money. They will only carry people who are being investigated by the LACC in a particular court. So it will make it faster. That it will not be going through the normal court system. It will go through that one court and everybody going there. So it will make it fast. So Judge we are saying in his better judgment, he say, you know what we'll do? We'll give people prosecutorial powers so that they can have they can take somebody to court and prosecute them, and they have to have arresting power and all these things. So Weir's brilliant idea was the one that made them to do that. Why he did not tell them is to say you can stop people by yourself from leaving the country. No, you have to follow the laws of Liberia because the Constitution gives us everyone on an undeniable right to movement and liberty. So you cannot seize anyone's liberty without a court order. So they were wrong for this thing. I don't know. They should hold themselves. They should hold their head in shame because this is not a banana republic. Liberia is a country of laws, and our laws are still being, still have to be upheld because we are a democratic society. And I think President Boakai should take action on these guys because they are doing what they don't know.
My brother George, you are saying
Yeah.
that a fast track court was established to be
It
able to
wasn't
fast track.
established per se. Yeah, but it's in their act that that particular code will be established. That means it's called criminal code E, I think. If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, it will be a criminal code E that will be established. It hasn't yet been established anyway. Even though Bwaka
Okay.
say fighting corruption, but he hasn't established that code.
Okay. Bro, Robert.
Yes. So, Josh, Josh, Josh has said a very good thing, but I think he need to read further than that because, yes, the Labrador Correction Commission has the authority to impose travel restriction on individuals.
Oh, they
All
have
right,
that
and
right.
it is yes,
Okay.
the Labrador
Who gave it to them?
Correction Commission.
Are you giving it to them?
Hey, my man, please wait. I beg you,
Oh, just asking you a
wait.
question,
Yeah.
like simple question.
No, but wait,
Put the
you
law.
wait.
Put the law.
Listen, please wait. I beg you. You are not a lawyer. You can't
All right, that way I can have you. Somebody not loyal.
Ah, my friend and brother internet.
They are into
Yeah.
public awareness and education. They are into policy development. They are into asset declaration oversight. And they are also into the establishment of specialized court. All right. So, yes, the Labrador Correction Commission has the authority to impose travel restriction on individuals suspected of involvement in corruption. This is typically done to prevent individuals from fleeing the country. All right. So, in the wisdom of the LDCC, in line with the Ministry of Justice, those who were CC in the letter, it shows that LDCC acted in good faith. Okay. And LDCC, owing to the fact they have a couple of lawyers over there, very learned lawyers, I'm not sure they are going to do anything that outside of the scope. So LDCC acted in the wisdom of their scope. So when I saw that communication, I also tried to cross check with a couple of my lawyers' friends. And I said, yes, LDCC has the right. So LDCC is acting based on what they actually have. You know, a lot of good things will happen on President Wakai because um, every government functionaries actually they actually has the right now to function, and they are functioning very well. Unlike for the past government, everything right now under President Boaga, okay, people have they has the right to do what they are doing, and once it is in line with the constitutional mandate, definitely they will actually function. So those who have been asked not to travel, their rights had not been violated by the LSCC. They themselves know about it. That's why none of them from either their lawyers are even come out to have said anything because they know exactly it is the mandate of the LACC. So definitely we'll be here with us in Barovia. We'll investigate them when they are free. They will definitely go, but they need to account for the stewardship. That's it. We are on responsible leadership. Honor His Excellency President Joseph Newman Boakai. Thank you.
Okay.
So
General
let
say,
me come in.
look, salary was delayed because of many different reasons.
You
Revenue
coming
is not in the
nowhere. You
government
finish
account.
talking.
But when we politicize all these things to move one party from power, the party that left from power will politicize the same thing. We are fighting over road. This government, our government, secure all financing of all road networks in the country, major road network. Assign on the president, we are a 10-year electricity financing. 10 years for the World Bank. So that means, forget about President Baka. The financing for the president who will be elected 2029, assign it.
Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that, brother Josh? What Samuel is
Look,
saying, or what Samuel was saying? Do you
I
agree with
agree.
him?
I agree with him. AB, we do know that
That all major roles, was
financing
signed.
up. Yeah,
The financing was signed by him during the
yeah,
administration of George Manawia. That the
yeah.
electricity, that no, he did not want to stop that. He said, including the electricity, that he signed a 10-year. I want you to comment on that.
Yeah, so the thing is that it's very simple. There are a few ways that you can settle this thing. My brother Morris, what he said is complete false. The LACC does not have that powers, and I know he's saying this thing for political reason, but it's his business. And I think the Liberian people will listen, and they would. It was on Spoon today. I don't know whether he was Spoon. While lawyers who are working for this government went up and told them clearly that these people don't have the powers. And he said, yeah, I want to tell us that they have the power. So I'm not going to listen to it. But anyway, let me go to this one. Look, the World Bank is right in Monrovia. The government of Liberia is right in Monrovia as well. Samuel said this thing, when was it? Was it Friday or Thursday? He said what he said, and they have never come up. That tells you clearly that these people, that tells you that what he said was true because they have no defense to it. I know that the next thing they will start to do is start to insult him and to say all sort of things, but they cannot dispute what he said, and that's why the case is always because this government they got nothing to do. They got no fresh ideas. Henry Costa said this thing. He said Waka has no fresh ideas, and all he's doing now is living on borrowed time. Everything President Weah did, he said President Weah, we're not doing anything. But everything President Weah did, that's what he's doing. So I don't know what the new idea he brought. Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. So it's sad for our country what it is. But that's the country we have. Boakai was elected by mistake because when people thought he would do better than President Weah. And now they are seeing the reality, they are suffering. And because they are suffering and they don't want to listen to the cries of the people, they will create stories and create some animosity just to make sure that the people can be distracted from the suffering that they're undergoing and listen to some gibberish that they are saying, like my brother Morris is here talking about LACC got the powers. Thank you.
Let me get you, my friend, brother Morris. Morris. Robert.
For me, I don't
S'il
dwell
plaît.
into childishness. Okay, so I, I, I don't dwell into childishness. So I will ask you to do extensive research and to be able to know exactly, or maybe speak with people that you know. Having lawyers, or having partisan lawyers, or having lawyers that represent different interest group, and having lawyers that will say what is right. You have two different people. And more to that, you need to read all by yourself. What we are saying is not engineering, okay? So the law is different from engineering. It's not engineering. So as a matter of fact, I'm yet to hear from the side of the government because I do not have sufficient information knowing owing to the fact that as to whether um, what former Minister Samuel has said uh, that is actually for real, or maybe he actually into his regular persuasive political saying, or maybe for the battle cry. I don't know. So up to the coming week, we are in Sunday. We are in a week already. So I'm waiting to hear from the government. I try cross checking with some ministers from the government, but I called earnestly. I didn't hear from them. I wanted to know as to whether what Minister Twes said was actually true or it was a lie. Because for me, when I'm speaking, besides me supporting President Bwaka and his government, I also want to speak for myself. I want to speak for my character because it's at stake. I'm not into that bootlicking way of doing politics. I'm not into it. So until I have those information available, I do not have sufficient information with authority as whether on a former president we had those agreement was done. So that just assume on a former president we have all those mansions he actually wanted to have built and those properties he acquired. Was he waiting to actually pay for something for 10 years? He wants to believe that. But until I get the full information from my colleagues, okay, who are in government, I cannot say further than that. But we are here, even if it is signed for 10 years, assuming in liberal benefits. So it's a good thing also. Thank you.
Okay. All right. On that note, if Josh, you want to bring out any topic of discussions? If not, then yeah.
Look, what I want to talk about is the increase of petroleum product on the market in Liberia. I can remember quite clearly a few years ago. This current government used to politicize every increase in petroleum product on the market. Even though we had COVID, we had all these, we had the Ukrainian war. They said it meant nothing, and it's because the people did not like George Weah. That's why they were not coming to the country. And what fee was expensive. George Weah had $2 on every bag of rice. That's why the rice price was going up. They said all these lies, and Liberian people believe them because that's the gullibility of our people. They believe who is the loudest in the room. And today we see that this government is using big book on the people. Now they can say upward movement in the price of petroleum. And everything is going up because it's a UP government. It's up. Everything is going up. Prices are
But
going up. Hardship
but
is going up. Poverty is going up.
don't
Yeah.
you see on the world market the price, even we that in the United States here, don't you see the petroleum price have gone up? We were buying petroleum here, coming. We were buying petroleum here for $2 per gallon. Now we are buying petroleum $3, between $3 and $4.
Yeah.
We
Look.
are we are buying petroleum here for $3, one cent, $3. You know, so the price of petroleum have increased on the world market. So don't you think that it is feasible enough for the government for them to be able to increase the petroleum price on on the market in our country? Don't you think so?
Look. Like I said from the beginning, EB. When prices increase from where these things are coming from, prices should increase in Liberia. And I'm not denying the fact, but I said these same people few years ago, like I said from the beginning, these same people were saying prices were going up because George Rios were putting money there for himself to get. That's why the prices were going up. These people lie to come to power. And now to govern now is hard because the hardship is coming. You're going to be buying $4, I think $4.18 per gallon of gasoline. That's what you're going to be paying. And that will squeeze your power to buy other things. Because if you're going to buy fuel at a cost, the money you're supposed to use to go in the market and buy fish and buy all these things, if you used to buy two cup of rice, you buy 1.5. Because your power now, because if let's say you got $20, if you go now and buy fuel to put in your car because you got to drive home and drive to the market, the money you carry in the market now will be less than the money you had before to carry in the market. And what will happen now? The people that sell it in the market, you're not buying enough from them, and in your house too, the people will not enjoy enough food. So that's the hardship. That's how it happens. We are not saying that the prices should not increase, but these are the people that lie to our people and say, President, we are adding money on this particular product. That's why hardship was in the country. It's not because of any Iraq war or not Iraq, but not Ukrainian war between Russia or anything or COVID. It's because President Weah was the cause. And this is what they sold to the Liberian people. And now that he has come to this stage now, they are fighting for ideas and they are making up a grammar. They're looking for their own grammar. They say upward movement of price. It tells you that these people lie to come to power, and now to rule now with lies cannot work anymore. It has to come to reality. That's the thing. If you lie to a woman and she agreed to your love, you cannot lie to her to continue a relationship. At some point, she will realize that you lied. And the Liberian people are realizing that President Bouaka and his team lied to them and came to power. And that's the whole reality about that. That's my point. I'm not saying that the price should not go up.
Let me take you, Robert. Robert, let me take you.
Yeah. So yeah, Abby, I think some of the issue we're having is that some of those positions shouldn't be for political actors. That's why I also want to believe, right? Like, because if you actually look at the APRC, it's just a mere place that people petroleum product comes in, they sow it, they sell it, and stuff like that. We are not refining anything there. It is not a refinery company, no. It's a storage facility where ship comes in, they dock at the place and offload and they sell and stuff like that. Okay. So the actual intent of the refinery company, it is not actually serving its purpose. And more besides, those 10 new positions, those are places that we need to look at. Some time ago, the legislature was more than looking at the APRC stuff. I don't know how they got to the decentralization stuff with the port. But APRC, they can be regulating at the same time. They're doing couple of stuff. So yeah, those are essential commodities across the world. We need to have some, remedies to those situations, because every time we come up with price, you would definitely conform with those prices from overseas because we are not doing anything extra yet. So in my mind, I believe that they need to actually look at the issue of the petroleum products, because for me, like usually when I'm even driving, when I drive at the petrol station, when I have 20 US, I just give 20 US, I say I need gas. So that the regular price to know how much per gallon, I don't really go for that. But honestly, people when you interact on a daily basis to make it honest, and it's so terrible, it's so worrisome. And I'm very sure the issue of the petroleum product is a global issue, as you actually talk about. And yes, GMB will fix
Thank you.
it.
Thank you.
We're not funny. We're not laughing. We're not laughing. You
Just
can
let me
laugh.
take
GMB, GMB will fix
let me take your closing
it.
statement because we are out of time. Let me take your closing statement.
Look, yeah, thank you very much. Look, my closing statement is just as simple as it is. President Boakai and his team lied to Liberian people. He said he was going to bring NGOs, and we cannot see the NGOs anymore because he wanted to come to power. He was very desperate for power because he wanted a retirement plan for himself, and he got it now. And now the Liberian people are suffering at his expense. So it's sad. Now President Boakai is burying all the people that died so many years ago, forgetting about the people that are right in Monrovia who are suffering. He's spending all this money, to bury, people who died long time ago. Some of them who even kill people before they die. But it's what it is. Liberia is a place where once you are in power, everybody must agree with you. And our people will agree with you because they don't have anywhere to turn. There's no job, nothing for them, so they will turn anywhere to get a living. So it is what it is. Zoom Emmanuel Peno is doing that because he got nowhere to turn. He has to lick the government bum to make sure that he gets something. So it is very sad. So it is what it is. But we hope that Liberia will survive this particular period because we know President Bwaga has no new ideas. All he knows is that those who supported him and brought him to power should get their jobs. That's why he removed people from central bank. He removed people from all over the place to make sure that the people who spend their money to bring him to power can get their money back to the government. So thank you. It was a wonderful show, and God bless you and God bless Liberia.
Let me get you, my friend and brother Robert.
So, national reconciliation is key, and I want to commend President Bouaka and his government and those who actually with him in his leadership. I think they are doing extremely well. This country needs to be reconciled, and we are actually on par, right? The issue of bringing up NGOs, as my friend talked about, we actually have donor fatigue. A couple of time ago, USAID was in Liberia. They had 20. They were sponsoring 27 different USAID projects. It has sub grants. I was actually awarded to a couple of different CBOs, NGOs, and different groups. But right now, we do not have those institutions. It will actually take some time because the biggest group that was financing NGO across Liberia was USAID. USAID are closed. President Boga is doing well. But Liberia by itself, we actually have maybe an OH problem that we are trying to work with, and certainly is going to settle in very soon. But I want to thank those of us who voted for President Boakai. He actually making significant strive. He actually doing extremely well. I appreciate Liberian people who voted for President Boakai, and President Boakai is doing well. Thank you so much, Liberian people. I appreciate all of you who voted for him. Thank you.
This is how we'll let to come to the very, very end of the Magnificent Nabraka Talk Show.
You remember.
And let me say bye-bye to everyone. Bye-bye.
President Samuel Kayado.